Hello! In this video, I will walk through how to complete final reports. The report's purpose is to clearly state how school land trust funds were spent to support the academic goals and student achievement. As you work to complete the report, please remember that no student or personal data may be listed in the report. If you used the final template that was provided in the spring, you will be able to copy and paste the information for easy entry. First, you will need to log in to the School Land Trust Reporting website. After logging in as a school user, you will see the school dashboard with school information, principal information, and school contacts. Scroll down to where the links are and click on the final report. If you try to do this before January 15th, the link will not be accessible. When you have the final report open, you will need to check that the planned expenditures, amended expenditures, and actual expenditures are correct. If there is a negative carryover, you will not be able to submit the report. To make an adjustment, there will need to be a transfer of funds or correction to an entry error. An adjustment will need to be made from another account to correct the balance. Please work with your business administrator to send the supporting documentation to schoollandtrust@schools.utah.gov. The School Children's Trust will make the correction to fix the negative carryover. Once the balance has been corrected, you can complete the report. If there is not a negative balance, to fill out the final report, you will answer all questions for each goal. The first question section is about measurements. You can see that there are 2 questions for you to choose from, and you only need to answer one with a response of at least 15 characters. If the minimum response is not met, you can see that there is an error and you are unable to save it. As you are responding to the question, please be as specific as possible without including any personal information. This goal was for students to increase their achievement on aligned school benchmark math tests by more than 30%. If this school was successful, the response to the second question could be, students increased their achievement on aligned benchmark math tests by 40%. See the attached data for benchmark scores. The second question section is about action plan steps and expenditures. You can click yes or no to answer the question where the action steps, including any approved funding changes, implemented, and associated expenditures spent as described. If you answer no, you must explain why they were not implemented. Again, if you are writing an explanation, please be as specific as possible with a minimum of 15 characters. In this case, the action plan steps were implemented and associated expenditures were spent as described, so we can click yes. Once you have answered both questions for the goal, make sure to click Save Goal. If the plan has a carryover of more than 10% of the distribution, you will need to describe and explain why that carryover exists. Again, you can see that until you've entered the minimum requirement of 15 characters, you cannot save your answer. This video is being made before UPEF's transfer of data, which is the reason for the large carryover displayed here. To complete the training video, I am going to write before January 15th data transfer as my reasoning for the large carryover. Remember, there should never be a carryover this large in any school plan. The next section is regarding funding changes. If there were funding changes or amendments in the plan, you will need to explain how the funds were spent. If you did not have any funding changes or amendments, you will still need to type in a response, and we ask that you write, "Did not implement funding changes." Remember to click Save. In the publicity section, you will need to identify the ways the plan was publicized to the community and click Save. In the case that you have attachments to add, click on Add an Attachment. The title of the document needs to be short. If a long title is entered, the document will not upload. You will need to type a short description of what the attachment includes. All questions for all goals have been answered. Down at the very bottom of the page, you will find this notice. Please review all answers for spelling and grammar. Double check that there are no student names or individual data included. When you feel that the report is ready to become public record, click the box. Double check that all sections have been saved, then click Submit for review. And you're finished. If you have any questions as you complete this process, please feel free to reach out and contact us.